alive on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. Am I awake or am I dreaming? So far gone, I won't look back. And when I move, there ain't no stopping me. You're pushing me up to the top. I saw the clouds looking angry, but then the sky reached my mind. And when I space out, I see the possibilities unfolding the way that I want. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You cut me loose. You make me win in every way. Win in every. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. 'Cause I'm the winner, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yes, I'm the winner, yeah.
When the lights are out and you stumble in the dark, you kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me to get you, don't forget to get you, to get you, don't forget to get you, to get you, don't forget to get you, to get you, don't forget to get you. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb Just let me know and I will be. Just call on me.
I've been holding on, I wouldn't let you go. 'Cause every time I try, you find a loophole. I've been slamming the door and just leave you cold. When I come back, you've heated up the South Pole. You see my body rush for the escape, while my heart wants to stay. I run away, hit the road, it ain't almost there. But I keep turning back just like a boomerang. You're like a backseat ghost telling me to stop. No matter what you do, I keep on coming back. Just like a boomerang. Just like a boomerang. Just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang. You know exactly where to push or pull. And I am going mad just like you knew I would. You're reading me like an open book. You know me better than I ever thought you could. You see my body rush for the escape, while my heart wants to stay. I run away, hit the road, it ain't almost there. But I keep turning back just like a boomerang. You're like a backseat ghost telling me to stop. No matter what you do, I keep on coming back. Just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang. My head is spinning on my shoulders. So what's the use of trying, baby? All the ways they lead to you. You're like a magnet pulling me in. I run away, hit the road, it ain't almost there. But I keep turning back just like a boomerang. You're like a backseat ghost telling me to stop. No matter what you do, I keep on coming back. Just like a boomerang. Just like a boomerang. Just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang. Just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning for you. Like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang. Room is filled with silence. We're alone and frightened. All we do is lie. Throw away our labor like a piece of paper, gone and won't be found. And ooh, 'cause you were not wrong. And ooh, 'cause we are not one. You've blown out the last ray and bury us in cold waves. I'm dancing in the mess you left behind. Now you don't know me, can't control or own me, but you're the one who's playing with my mind. Yeah. So I'm just dancing in the mess you left behind. So I'm just dancing in the mess you left behind. You head for north, I'm south. Though you're gone, it feels like something's watching me. I turn my head around to see if the stalker is you, but all I see is rain. And ooh, silence. We're alone and frightened. All we do is lie. We're running out of light. Time is changing day to night. Lines are fading out, and we're dancing in the park. Nothing's wrong with when I start, 'cause you look better in the dark. Oh, counting days, I made it through without someone like you. We're running out of light. Time is changing day to night, and you keep asking why. I'm out of control. Oh, my body and my soul don't wanna be whole. Oh, for you I'm just unknown, and you're not that someone who will find my heart and bring peace to my mind. So move on, 'cause I will find the way on my own. Now life is happening, and I don't wanna miss the thing.
Hey everyone, welcome to Monday Mentoring. I hope you have had an absolutely fabulous weekend, and if you're still on your weekend, enjoy what's left of it. Hope you are appreciating the good things in life. Today we're talking about different ways in where you can really maximize and optimize your opt-ins. But for those who have just met or don't yet know me, I'm Sally Sparks Cousins. I'm the founder of the Sparkle Class Academy. I'm your in-house automation nerd, lover of sexy numbers, and also a branding and design expert for the last 25 years. I hope you are all having an absolutely amazing time. Now, let me first tell you what this whole Monday mentoring thing is all about. So, for those who don't know, we come in here live same time every week, and I deliver some content to you in regards to automation, marketing, or branding, and the stuff I'm good at, right? Don't ask me how to, I don't know, make curtains. I can't do that for you, but I can help you with automation and save you time. And then we head into the VIP room. We've got a few VIPs already in there right now. Hi, VIPs. Hey there. Some of them come in early because they just love hanging out with us. But then others will come in later on, because the first hour we stream here to you, and then the second hour we go dark. We go to the dark side of the moon, and this is where what happens in Monday Mentoring stays in Monday Mentoring. We will do live Q&A inside of the room. People will share with me their funnels, their numbers, you know, how their launches are going, and yeah, just like literally give me all the sexy stuff that I love to look through. So if you would like to join us in the VIP room, then you've just got to head to sparkleclubhouse.com. It's only $27 a month at the moment. I'm telling you, it is definitely going up in the new year, but at the moment you could lock in a place in Monday Mentoring for $27 a month. All right, that's it. That's a little bit that I had to tell you about for those who don't know us. But today we're speaking about opt-ins. Okay, so an opt-in, if you don't already know, it's a landing page or an opt-in page. It's literally where you say, I've got this a really great resource for you, and you don't have to pay me for it, but you've got to give me your email address, and in return, I'll send it to you. And this is how we grow our email list. Now, if you've been following me for any length of time, you know your number one asset in your business is your email list. Every one email, if loved and nurtured, is worth about $1 a month to your bank account. So you should be growing that email list. All right, but today you should already know about opt-ins, but I want to talk to you if your conversion rates are not kind of hitting where you would like them to hit. Here's 7 different tips in where you can really start to optimize, because we build it, we measure it, and then we optimize it. So one thing you want to do is whenever you're optimizing, you don't want to go and change like 30 different things at one time. Because what will happen is you won't actually know what you did that actually made the difference. So when you are looking at the optimize phase, those 3 magical steps, then you want to ensure that you're changing one thing and then allowing a little bit of time to pass so you can re-measure those numbers to see if it's gone up or down. Okay, so that's tip number 1, is change one thing at a time, allow time to measure, and then you will know exactly the things that you are optimizing are actually making a difference. Now, tip number 2 is it needs to match your brand message. So if you have a brand message, so for us, it's automation and branding, you want to make sure that if especially you're outsourcing the design of your opt-in page, that the person designing your opt-ins are actually aware of your brand message or your value proposition statements, those things that align with you, so that there is that congruency between your brand and your opt-ins. When people go to my stuff, they know it's mine, it's sparkly, it's colorful, right? And we're always talking about sexy numbers and automation. So the next thing is, does it make a really awesome first impression? So sure, you can go and use free software to create your opt-ins, and I did it. I totally did it. I did free software to begin with, like a Google form or, free. MailChimp. They've all got opt-in pages that you can build. But they don't have a very great first impression. They look a little budget, they look a little cheap, and they don't convert as well. So sometimes definitely investing in decent software will increase your conversion rates, because you will make that in, great first impression. Also, it just has a better look and feel when people go to your opt-in page if you've used really good software that is great at creating fantastic landing pages. So there's lots of different software out there. It'll cost you a little bit of dollars, yes, but if you're running a business, you're aware, right, that it costs money to run a business. And if you're growing your number 1 asset, your email list, it's going to cost you money to grow that email list with using great software. Okay, that's me on my high horse. I do get on my soapbox about actually investing in good software, but doesn't mean you can't do cheap software. I was there. I did it. I would like to take away those people who think that I'd like to shift your perception on having to go free, cheap, and then setting yourself up the right software the first time. That's kind of, I want you to avoid the mistakes I made by having to migrate and change. Anyway, number 4, I think I'm up to number 4. It needs to show that it solves a problem. So, and it's usable. So make sure that whatever is on that landing page, it's actually going to solve some sort of problem. They need some kind of win, right? It can't just be, oh, here, get this thing, watch it, and oh, yay, and then there's nothing, right? It's just a little bit of irrelevant information that's not really going to solve a problem. People come to us because they've got a problem that they want to solve. So make sure your opt-in is actually letting them know that it is going to solve some sort of problem. Whether it's, the main key things that people pay for things. Now, this is not paying. They're paying you with an email address, is health, wealth, and relationships, right? They're the key things that most people pay for. So think about the problem you're trying to solve and make sure that it is solving a problem. The next thing, and I can't say this enough, is a very clear call to action. Okay? You want a clear call to action. You can be hinted at the top or shown at the top or above the fold. Have that button. Click here to download. Yes, I want it. Click here. And then it's very, very clearly stated at the end as well. And like if you're looking at your copy that you've written, say, just to get them to click, tell them, click. I know it sounds silly, but actually tell them exactly what they need to do next. Click here, send me a DM, comment the word yes below, like talking to a fifth grader, okay? So be very, very clear on your calls to action, because the less of the little grey matter they have to use to process the information, the easier it is to get them to do the doing, to do the clicking, to take the action, okay? They're already busy with all their other thoughts going on in their world. So make your calls to action super, super clear. All right, easily consumed. This is our next one, number 6, easily consumed on the phone. So a lot of us are setting up our opt-ins. Are you actually getting out your phone and then having a look at what the opt-in looks like on your phone? 80% of the people that will opt in are consuming the information on their mobile devices. We look at it in, like when we build our landing pages, whether they're in Keep and Kajabi, you can view both phone and iPads and desktop. But don't just rely on the software. Get out the variety of different devices that you have. So we will look on an Android phone, an iPhone, and the iPad and the desktop, and physically go to the actual address on your phone and have a look. Okay, so because so many people are using their phone, I mean, I do. Most of the time, I don't work on my phone. You can't use your mobile devices for work, people. If you're using an iPad to run your business, you're running a hobby. Okay, now, also, don't give everything away on your opt-in page, okay? You need to make them feel that they need more. And the next logical step is to get whatever that opt-in is, that freebie, that giveaway, whatever you want to call it, it's the same thing, tomato. But don't give everything away in that first step, okay? Make it sound enticing. And as if we go back to solving a problem, show them the problem you're going to solve, but the help will come with the downloadable, the video, the challenge, the resource, whatever it is that you're giving away. And finally, I think I've maybe gone up to 8 now. I stopped counting. The title should show the solution. Okay, so the solution you're giving, the problem that you're solving, if you can put that into the title, it will also help with your conversions as well, because again, they're not using too much of that grey matter up the top there to figure out what it is that you're doing. Now, I realize some of you have studied at university for many years and you've written really long reports and theses. Yeah, that thing. and you're encouraged to write really long words and I call them flowery words, right? But if they feel like you've got to get out a dictionary to actually understand the words, then it's too complicated. You should be writing like a 5th grader when it comes to your marketing copy. And that's it. So I want you to be serious about your list growth. I want you to build your marketing funnel and turn it on. The fastest path from A to B is a straight line, okay? If you want to go and create all kind of offshoots and things, you know, a decision diamond that goes off in 50,000 different places, do it later. Okay, build the thing and turn it on first. You can always measure and optimize later. If there's anything stopping you from growing your email list because you're getting stuck in the tech, just do the most simple thing first, because the fastest path from A to B is a straight line. Don't overcomplicate things. If you have something free to give away, give it away, collect the email address. The rest of the things that you can do, like following up and, long-term nurtures, cycling offers, looping in your automation, all these things can be built in later. But every day you delay in growing your email list is another day you cannot get back. So if, for example, you were growing five leads a day, that is, oh my goodness, 5, 7, 35. Hey, I did that one in my head. That's 35 leads in a week, and 5 times 30 is that right? 5 times 30 is 150 leads in a month. Now, from every 50 leads, you should get 1 to 2 sales. You can't go back. And if every day you don't put an opt-in out there. So turn something on. And if you've got to use cheap software, if you just have to use Google Forms, honestly, you can just say, send me a DM. And when they get into your DMs, you could go, hey, if I send you this link, would you like it? And they go, yeah, sweet, drop your email address and I'll send it on through, right? You could easily just do it that way. There is nothing stopping you from growing your list today. You can create content, and this is where it's fun, easy, and comfortable. Creating content, it's great fun. But creating content, just putting things on social media is not going to help you grow your business. What is going to help is what's the strategic plan? What is the system behind the content? The content's great, but what then? What is the plan? Why are you posting that piece of content? Is it just content for the sake of content? Or is there a plan on the back end of that content? Even when I post a really simple post like gratitude break, comment below what you're grateful for right now, today, yesterday, on the weekend, whatever. There is a plan. The plan is to create engagement, so when I come back into that group and I have an offer, they're going to see my posts. And then more likely I'm going to create more leads. So inside of a group at the moment, I've been working this group for a while, delivering great content, showing up consistently, commenting on people's posts, replying to people. Why? Because when it comes time to advertise in that group, those people that I've interacted with inside of the group are going to see my stuff. So I'm not just posting for the sake of posting. There was a plan behind that simple gratitude break post that I post once or twice a week inside of the group, right? So I want you to promise me, comment below, and if you've got any questions here on the live stream, just put a little Q in the chat box, and I am more than happy to come across to you. And if we get those questions coming in, I can see your pictures and all that popping up right now. I can see, oh, here we go. Hey, Anna. All right, so let's have a look. We've got some VIPs in the room. I'm going to jump on over to the VIPs. And you've got to give me a minute, guys, to make sure that all the live streams are doing all the sound things they're supposed to do. Microphone is that. And the speaker, I believe, is that. Can somebody speak for me, please, so I can make sure the audio is going out to the world? Yep, that's not going out to the world. Oh, yes, it is. Yay! Hi! All right, so Mary, tell me, what's a takeaway that you got this morning?
Well, Sally, the first takeaway I got is, I mean, you might be interested in this, but you said that every number is $1 for your business. So I've been wondering why you keep talking about when you do Facebook ads, it's $4 and stuff. I've got no idea what you've been saying. Now, finally.
Yeah, great.
I understand that bit.
Oh, you do finally understand it?
Yeah, because it's just been like a statement that's been said about, and I've got no idea what it means. So thank you for that insight. And yeah, I like the idea of changing one step at a time.
Yes. Well, it's the only way to optimize. And I see so many people go and change oh, it's not working, and then they'll go change 50 things, and then, well, yeah, it's working now, but why? And by knowing, you know how I always say, you know, every bridge you build, it gets easier and easier, and it's through learning as you change things in other funnels. The next time you think, oh, these headlines worked really well, or these power words worked really well, and you try to sort of reuse the things that you know are working and resonating with your audience. Excellent. Thank you for sharing. Christine, what was your key takeaway today? And then we'll start, see if anyone else wants to share. And if you're speaking, you're on mute.
I think now I'm frozen.
I can hear you.
Okay. I seem
There
to be
you
freezing
are.
today. Sorry, I think the one solution was really good. I've been really confused because I offer a few different things, but I think what I got from you was like make a lead magnet for one solution there, and then if you've got another solution, make a different lead magnet because they're for a different thing. Like, oh yeah, oh that's what you do. So
Yes.
it's a language for different markets, because I'd asked that in a question before. It's like, oh, just make more lead magnets so that, you know, they're different target markets, really, aren't they?
Well, sometimes, yeah, and sometimes it's the messaging as well. So a lot of the time it's the messaging, but you know, at the moment we're testing a personal branding and we're testing Canva, and Canva's winning above and beyond, you know, the personal branding solution. Crazy good. Like, it's costing me 4 times more to get a lead helping people with personal branding that is helping people with Canva. But we're giving it time to optimize and improve it. And if we can't bring it down in about 30 days, then we'll turn it off and we'll realize, well, you know, it was worth a try. So, yeah, but the one solution definitely is huge. But doing them will also, it's all a very similar niche that you'll be going for. Well, it is the same niche you're going for, but it's just the different offers and different things based on what people are looking for will give you better results. So at the end of the day, the thing that you sell is the same thing. It's the thing you're good at. It's how we message the top end of the funnel by listening to what our people need and want and all of that we'll find our winners. And then some of them don't always win. We'll turn on a funnel. You're like, yeah, well, that was a waste of time. But hey, what did I learn? So, yeah, I like that. I like that you've taken that away. You're welcome. Now, is it Jacqueline? Hi, Jacqueline. How are you? What was your takeaway today?
I think I'm in over my head. I'm one of the newbies to your.
You're in BBME, yeah. So this isn't your space, but that's okay. You're not over your head at all. I will even bring Mary Bell in because she was in exactly the same position as you were only like a month or so ago. It is by sitting in this space and listening. This room itself is actually people at all different levels. So there are your newbies that are starting out, and then you'll have people like Sarah and Kat in the room who have been doing this for a long time. So they're speaking at different levels. So just know that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Okay, don't compare yourself to everybody else in the room. They're all at a different level. So this is quite a broad, this Monday mentoring session is very broad, from people that have never built a funnel before, never built an opt-in before, all the way through to people who are doing all these crazy types of automation with decision diamonds and looping and all sorts of things that you're just going, what is these decision diamonds and looping you're speaking about?
I understand some of it, but I realize it's something I need to do. So
well, that's why you're
very
here.
interested in what I'm hearing, you know, what I can understand. But you know,
Yeah.
I get the gist of it at those other levels. I'm going, okay, this is where I aspire to be.
Exactly. I love that. Yes. You're supposed to come into the room and listen and go, one day that'll make sense. And it will. I promise it will. It will. All right. We've got a question from the live streamers out there. Can you tell me what software you're using, please? Is it StreamYard? It's not StreamYard. It's a piece of software called Ecamm. So I use Ecamm because I'm on a Mac. So StreamYard is also... so there are different levels of live streaming. So what you've got is, say, Be Live, StreamYard. These pieces of software are streaming through the internet, same as Zoom. They're streaming using the internet. Ecamm is actually a piece of software directly on my machine. So it's kind of the next level. And I have a lot more, as you can see, creative control. So I can do all of these little fancy things that we've got going on here. And I've got a lot more creative control. I know StreamYard does give you some creative control. I haven't really utilized StreamYard myself, because I love Ecamm and all of the fancy things that I can do in there. But yeah, I love it. The great thing with Ecamm is it's for Mac-based users only, is even if my stream isn't pretty and say, you know, something's gone wrong and the internet slows down and it gets a bit sort of funny, it's still saving the video straight from my camera to my computer. So I have really great quality after. So if I want to go and edit these videos later, I have really great quality videos to use that I've, you know, recorded in high def or 1080p or, you know, whatever you want to set it to. But it allows for, you know, great editing after as well. And sort of, as everyone knows, every year I choose something that I really want to focus on and get really, really good at, you know, from the year of good karma and the year of live streaming and the year of automation. This year it is about really getting my creative juices flowing inside of these streaming softwares and creating full production quality live streams. And that is totally okay. If you want to go there, you don't have to. I always say just grab your phone and hit the go live button. That's what I want you to do. But, you know, this is kind of where our business is heading, that I do want that higher level production quality, because it saves time in the edit as well. It makes it really great for the editing team. Also, podcasting as well can be pulled out of these as well. All right, Q&A time. So let's go across to the VIPs. First off, do we have any questions? Kat is getting the questions. Let me just bring up the little chat as well and pull that over. All right. Kat's already started to drop any questions, but does any of the VIPs want to ask any questions? Christine asks, do you buy Ecamm outright or is it a subscription? It is a subscription. I do have a trial code somewhere. Kat can probably jump into Asana and have a look if you wanted to give it a little go. But yeah, it's super fun. I love it. I'm actually, I think I've got a sneaking suspicion that all of my family are chipping in to buy me a really big computer screen so that I can do all the things, because I'm running out of screen room with all of the accessories and things that I'm doing inside of these live streams. Oh, Christine! Hey, Christine, come in, say hi, come to the front of the screen. You've just got Kajabi, yes, sparkle hands. Ask your question. Go for it, honey.
So I'm moving into Kajabi, and do you approve if I put lead magnets into Kajabi? Because I've got a budget. So
100%. 100%.
Okay.
That is where we do all our lead magnets, inside of Kajabi.
Okay,
So
if I was to, and if there was somewhere that you can gently guide me through the steps so I can start building the right sections,
yeah,
that would be fabulous, because I need to get my shit together. And
yeah,
you know,
well, if you've used our link, you should have got an email. I'm hoping the email's working, because I know we just set up a new with the new one. Anyway, what you get is a dashboard walkthrough. So reach out to Kat and lock yourself in a dashboard walkthrough, and I'll walk you through each of the areas inside of Keep, and then we'll choose one thing that's most important for you to focus on, which will be your lead magnet, and I'll show you exactly how to get going on that little guy. So that's easy.
In that lead magnet, just a quick question. That should be just to the business that you've got yet. You can't really advertise the digital course that you might be making, you know, say next year, because there's nowhere for them to go, right? So you just promote the products you have now?
Yeah. So look, the thing that I promote, especially inside of the sales marketing school, we teach lead magnet to consult to begin with, because you can close people quicker in a conversation. So the most underutilized step inside of people's marketing funnel is the thank you page. Like, they get there and they go, oh, here's your freebie. It's living on the thank you page. No, deliver the freebie in an email. So what you'll do is you will go from your opt-in page and then to a thank you page. And on the thank you page, you ask them to give up one of two things, either a little bit of their time or a little bit of their money. So time is in the way of having a consult with you. We call them consults in industry, but you got to name it sexy, okay? It's a sales call, but you want to call it like a discovery session or an audit or something that is, representing like that next logical step from the freebie to have why they want to have a conversation with you. And then the other one where they give up a bit of their time is in the way of a tripwire. And a tripwire is anywhere from $1 to about $27, where they're actually now pulling out their credit card and physically paying you something, so they become a more qualified lead because they're willing to actually spend money. Versus just taking the freebie. So you ask one of two things on that thank you page, a little bit of time or a little bit of money. Now, you will, when you're asking them to give up a little bit of their time, that is essentially a sales call. It really depends on the price point of the offer inside of the sales call on how long you book that appointment out for. If it's, $1,000, $2,000, I would usually book out a 45-minute session and block off 15 minutes at the end, because you may go out to an hour. Or the other way is, if it's a really cold lead, your first call might be really just a get to know you call, and then you book a follow-up call, which then becomes the sales call. So there's a couple of different strategies that you do, but it is the fastest path to profit, because once people speak to you, they're more likely to say yes than, all these cold emails when they don't yet really know you. And then once you've landed yourself a couple of one-on-one clients at a high ticket price, you can start spending that money on ads and all sorts of good stuff as well. So
Thank you. I froze again.
Oh, that's okay. Any follow-up questions from that at all? Oh, we've lost her. She'll be back.
No, I'm back. I'm
Yep.
just frozen.
Oh, that's okay.
No, that sounds all really good. I think it's very much the thing that you avoid and things like that, because I don't seem to have a problem with talking. It's just getting these links to go in order. But that's why you're here, right? And I'm now prepared to afford to get into that, do it properly. I really want to get it right. But I'm also prepared to, I want to get the steps right. Like you mentioned, the thank you letter and things like that. There's clearly a structure to that.
Yeah.
You know what works, right? So you've got to have all those pieces in place rather than just one thing that looks pretty, which is what my industry focuses on. But clearly that's not working, right? Because it's not. I'm not getting any leads. I'm not, it looks fine. It looks organized. I prove I can make it look pretty, but who cares? I need to make it to work.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? You're good at what it is you're good at. You guys, well, not all of you, but a lot of you, marketing and automation isn't your zone of genius. That's why you need somebody, whether it's me or somebody else. Everybody should have a mentor in that field, because sales and marketing is what makes your business run. Otherwise, we've just got a hobby if we put our head in the sand and hope and pray that we just put content out there and they will come. No, there's a lot of strategy behind it. And massive companies like Nike and Coca-Cola, they're consistently marketing and testing things and optimizing things and trying new things consistently all the time. Why? Because it's part of business. It's part of how to run a business. So, and when those light bulbs start going off and you're like, yes, I know I need to do that thing now, that's when you step from hoping to be a business owner to really saying, okay, what are those annoying, horrible things that I know I need to do? Like, what I sell isn't very sexy. I try to make it sound sexy, but it's not really sexy. It's automation, it's marketing, it's emails and landing pages. But at the end of the day, it's so that we get to do what we love. And if I can take away as much of the tech overwhelm and the stuff that you're not good at, so you can start doing what it is you're good at, then that's what makes my heart sparkle. I had to do it for my business when I started. And then all of a sudden I realized that, holy crap, I'm really good at this stuff. I dream about tags and squiggly lines and how to get from point A to point B the fastest way without too much confusion. Because the thing with automation, the thing with marketing and sales funnels is you can do so many things. And I was reading a post, actually Sarah's in the room. I was reading a post from Sarah on the weekend and I'm like, I remember being there. I remember all of a sudden light bulbs started going off and I could see the power of what automation could do. And I started doing so many things and decision diamonds off all over the place and trying to overcomplicate things. And I think it's a necessary evil to go through that when you first start figuring things out, because after you do and you start to see all the things that it can do, you then start to pare things back and start to look for how can I just turn it on the quickest way possible and I can fix those other things later. It even reminds me back in like when I started learning Photoshop and Illustrator and InDesign. You know, I'd be in Photoshop and I could do all these fancy things, a bevel emboss and a drop shadow and a gradient. And so I did it all. It's very 80s. And I did it all and it was over designed. And then the better you get at design, you start to pare things back and you simplify things. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. But I think it's a necessary evil, and I'm watching Sarah go through it right now. And I remember being there, doing all the things. But now from experience, it's like, well, what's the quickest way I can turn this on? And then I can slowly add and tweak. And yes, Sarah, you're probably going to have to delete a few things because you're in Keep Pro and not Keep Max. Max is fabulous for those who are really into automation. You may just want to go to Max one day because it's more function over form. Most people sit inside of Keep Pro because of the simple look that they create the dashboard around. To try, well, it's definitely increased the retention of the customers using Keep Pro. Keep Max, it's not as pretty on the dashboard. It's a little bit more techy, but its function is there. And it looks very similar to the old Infusionsoft look. So, yeah. Are you there, Sarah? Are you hiding in the background, love? She's hiding. I think she may have a client. I think I saw Kat type to her this morning about having a client. All right.
Sally, I am here, but I'm driving. I'm trying to get home so I can do it without distraction.
No worries. Look, we'll be shutting down in about 20 minutes to go dark anyway. So if you're home by then, excellent.
I will be.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah, well, focus on driving. Don't crash. We love you. We want you alive. All right. Some submitted questions that have come in are, we've got one here from Melanie has asked, what are some good words to use in freebie titles? Oh, this is a great question. I love this question. All right. So I love using power words. So Google it. Power words. And power words are, the one word which, you know, doesn't exist, but people love is the word perfect. The amount of really cool opt-ins that I've had that convert really well because I use the word perfect inside of my title is crazy. But you know that the word, you know, perfect doesn't exist, right? But people are always in search of perfect. Another one is easy and simple. There are other ones that convert really well, but power words in marketing are huge. So they will, and what I usually do is change the title, or actually the title of the freebie title. Okay, well, the freebie title itself does need to show the solution in the title is one thing. And then if you can add a power word in there, right? So for example, I had one, the perfect introduction script to go live with confidence, right? So the word perfect, when I added the word perfect in there, our conversions went up huge amounts. So if you look and just Google the word power words, you will find a plethora of power words. Now, in regards to, say, running an ad or a paid advertising, you will have 80% of your conversions, 80% of your click-throughs to get to your opt-in page is based on your headline. So that's the first thing I will normally change when we run ads is the headline. The example I gave you, the one where we had a client getting 10 leads a day and she was getting lots of views and not as many click-throughs to then her opt-in. We changed and added I think it was added the word perfect in from memory. I believe it was the word perfect. But she went from 10 leads a day to 460 leads overnight, not even in a whole day. It was more than that overnight. And it was just through adding the word perfect in. And yes, it was perfect because it was based on fashion. And it was finding the perfect style for your body shape. And because of the niche that she was in and fashion, and she was helping them find the right type of clothes for their body shape, just all we did was add the word perfect and bang, hundreds and hundreds of leads overnight. Melanie, that was Melanie's. Taba, can you please tell me what software you are using in StreamYard? Oh, yes, I think we answered that one. That's Kat collecting questions. She's amazing. Thank you, Kat. We did answer that one. Christina, I'm struggling to come up with a title for my freebie. Do you have any general tips on how to come up with a good title? All right, so what I would recommend is think about your solution. So what is that solution that you're offering, and then see if you can put that solution into the title. A lot of the time also is I like to ask myself or I like to go through like a yes question scenario. So, for example, what are some of the pain points and the things that they're struggling with? And phrase that into a yes question. So are you struggling with overwhelm? Are you struggling with learning how to do mindfulness? Or are you struggling to lose weight and keep it off? I know weight's really hard to get through Facebook ads. But think about what are their pain points? What are the things that when you ask the question, they're going to go, yes, I need that thing that you're offering. So by going through those yes questions also really helps. Now, if you're in the sales and marketing school, there's a whole section in there where I interview and help people come up with their freebie name. And you will see the types of questions and the way I question you to really dig into that freebie, why you're creating the freebie, the reason behind it, the outcome, the benefit, the features, and we look at, using like a checklist or like I love using numbers in the title of a freebie because it feels as though when you do those 5 tips to increase your conversion rates, right? Oh, there's 5 of them and I'm going to get a result at the end. So I love using numbers also in there. So power words, numbers, solution driven inside the title. And then ask yourself, what are the pain points that you're solving? And come up with a list of those yes questions as well. Do you have any general tips on how to come up with a good freebie title? So yeah, they're the things that I would recommend the most. Any questions from the VIP room? Looks like we've got a Facebook user here. Do you do all of your recordings in Ecamm? I do now. Yes, I do. There is a link somewhere. I don't even know, but we can, Kat, if you could drop it wherever that, I don't know where that one is, so I can see your face. I don't know where your face is, but there is a link. I should actually have it at the bottom of the screen. I'll add it to my subtitles. But if Kat can drop it in the chat box, I can copy and paste it and add it to the screen. So what was I going to say? What were we saying? I've gone off onto all tangents because I'm thinking about all the buttons I've got to click. Do you do all your recordings in Ecamm? Yes, I do now. So I used to, and this was, just doing the doing, regardless of what I was using. I would literally just record myself because I knew how to use Zoom. I would jump into a Zoom room by myself and I would do the recordings inside of Zoom. And I'd share screen inside of Zoom because it would record it and it'd put a crappy little picture up in the top hand corner, and I could do a share screen. Because I'm on a Mac, if I need to zoom in, I just pinch squeeze in on a screen. Really simple to use it that way. So I use that then. But now, because we're getting more professional, I will actually set up a whole list of scenes. So inside of Ecamm, you have the option to set up scenes when you're streaming. When you're creating any videos. So this is a scene, and this is a scene here. This is the scene here. This is one here. And then even the countdown.
You're like a circle that floats around me.
They're all, here we go. They're all scenes. So what I do is I map out what I'm planning to do in the show. And then it's a production, like a TV show. Like they have got an idea of all the different scenes and what they call lower thirds. So this is a lower third here. So I map that out. So when we're running like the Canva training, for example, I've mapped out, let's see, some other scenes. I don't know if these probably won't work because I haven't actually set them up. But let's see if it does. So see here, I've got like a little scene down here. I just Googled power words before when I was talking to you about power words. So when I'm sharing inside of Canva, I want to be able to share a screen, click around, zoom in on things like that. So yeah, that's a scene as well. But I love it, right? This is me right now, like having fun. Oops, where's Monday Mentoring gone now? I've lost my scenes. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. This is the one here. No, it's not. This is the one here. Oh, there we go. And so that I can see your name inside of the window, if you're out there watching in the live streaming world, if you can go to that, so chat.restream.io/FB. That's that one there that Kat just typed in for us. That way I can see your faces, like this one. And then everyone out there who's live streaming right now, come back to, or watching on the live stream, come back and type. Let me know right now where you're joining me from. That would be really nice. And, actually, you know what I'd like to know? What's a key takeaway that you've learnt so far from today? There's something I do want to add to the end of these live streams, which I didn't get a chance to set up this morning, but like an outro, which I haven't yet done, but it is, by next week, I am actually going to have an outro. I've got a really cool idea for an outro. So as we leave, you guys can be typing in, thank you messages or key takeaways and all those things, and I can make them pop up on screen like this. I don't know how to do it yet, but I'm going to figure it out by next week. It's something fun that I've always wanted to do. I've been thinking about for a while, and I actually watched the Ecamm guys do it. I was watching one of their YouTube videos. Hey, Deborah from Southern California. So excellent. All right. Any other questions coming in, Kat, from out there in streaming land, or anyone in the VIP room? Do you have anything you would like to add? 10 minutes before we go dark. All right, so we've also got a question here from Mark. He wants to know what's good software to use for making graphics. So the software I would recommend is Canva. We're really lucky I'm a Canva certified creative. I do have a 45-day free trial. So if you would like the 45-day free trial link to get in and play around inside of Canva, then totally jump on into my DMs and we'll send you that link. Recently, when we were running a training, they said, oh, here, have this 45-day free trial link. And I was like, okay, thank you. So Canva, definitely, it's very user-friendly. It is simple to use, click around and create designs. It comes with loads and loads of templates. I'm just trying to get into the website right now. I think I'm trying to overwork my computer. the other thing, like, see, I'm a graphic designer from way back. So before Canva, I always used Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. They're my go-tos. I still use Canva though. So if I just don't want to use my grey matter to come up with a template or a layout or a design, I will jump into Canva and knock it out because it's quick and it's easy and I don't have to think too much. But if you've done any of my challenges and you see the badges that we create and the certificates that we do, they're all created in InDesign. Illustrator, because the badges are a graphic. And then the workbooks, so those people that get the workbooks from me, they are all done in InDesign. And of course, the graphics photos are done in Photoshop, and any of the graphics are done in Illustrator because that's the way it works, baby. But that's me. I taught this stuff for years at university. I was the graphic design, communication, marketing teacher at universities and TAFEs. So I lived and breathed that software for 20 plus years. So to me, that's my go-to, but that's only because I've got the skill set. Everybody else who doesn't have a design background, just jump into Canva. It's so easy, so easy. Let me just do a little share screen here. So, come on, you can do it. Where is it? Yeah. Okay, so this is Canva. And if, say, just a basic little Instagram post, you can click on it here, and it's got all of these different types. It's a bit slow because I'm working my computer pretty hard at the moment with all of the streaming software and all the things going in and out. But they've got all of these really cool templates that you can start with as well. So, you know, like if we wanted to write a testimonial, or we've got testimonials coming in, you could literally just type in the word testimonial and it'll give you templates to create really cool looking testimonials. I think we've used that one in the past. So yeah, you don't have to like be a design, you know, really, really good at design. The thing that I will say though is Canva are very picky about the designs that they let and say yes to. So these have all been submitted. If I click on this three little dot here, I can see who has submitted this design up here. So I can click there and see all the designs that this person has submitted. So if you really like the look and feel of a particular designer, you can also go in and check their designs. But what I will say is they have a very good eye for choosing designs that are modern, clean, eye-catching. They have this whole set of criteria that you have to meet to have a design accepted. So if you are working in one of these designs, I see some people, and I see it inside the Canva challenge, they'll come in and they'll do all sorts of they'll start with a template, and then they will, I get it, you want to get creative, but if you don't have a great eye for design, and you're aware, I guess you're aware that you don't have a great eye for design, I would say try not to mess with it too much. Like come in and change it to your colors. Like, you know, these are sort of our colors here, and you change it to your own typography. So this is my typography, and don't mess with it too much because I've seen some of the designs coming out and then they're too busy and they look very dated. So if you were in my classroom, I would probably tell you to clean it up and simplify, because if you really look through all of these, they're very clean and simple. The more you add, the messier it gets, the less professional it looks as well. And this is the thing. Remember earlier, I can't remember whose question I was answering, but doing all of the things, right? Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And the same with design. Because you've got all these options doesn't mean you should. And I was talking about Sarah building out her automation because she's learning all the things. Same when you get into Canva, when you start learning, and I'm seeing this with a lot of the design work, because you can add pictures in the background and all the things. You're doing all the things and you're changing and you're choosing like 30 different fonts, not really, like 5 or 6 different types of typography. You should really only have two types of typography, a header and a paragraph style. And it has a more beautiful look, a professional look. If you even look back in past logo designs, like look at Google's first logo, and progressively how they've changed their logo over the years. It used to have a gradient, a bevel emboss, and a drop shadow, all the things. Very sort of 90s design style. Every design now, it's really clean and pared back. White space is your friend. It is. Having white space is your friend. Just because you've got blank spaces in, say, your PDF downloadable doesn't mean you have to fill it with something either. White space is beautiful and clean and lovely. Awesome. All right. What else have we got in here? Hopefully that's helpful. I do go off on my tangents. That's Sally's tangent bell. Our clocks fell back yesterday, so I came in late. I should have Googled. Yes, smart people Google. Yes, I know. But you know what the great thing is about this time of the year is we're actually closer in time. So our times, I believe, work better at this time of the year. So it's earlier, even earlier for you. So we actually get to spend more time together. And I know inside of the accelerator room, our VOZ, it's great because our Americans stay later into our afternoon with us now. We've got one, Erin. She is one of the only, she works through till crazy hours at night because that's when she can work. Most of our American clients come in early in the morning, like about this time. And they're with us till about lunchtime. But this time of the day, it's really, really good being able to, with the whole shift in times. All right, we've only got 2 minutes until we go dark. And I know that all of my other VIPs all start jumping in now because they can really, we can dig deep into their funnels and look around. We also set our goals. And we share wins and all the good stuff. Anyway, guys... Ooh, I am getting dinged, and I suppose that's probably my husband. That's it. That is Monday Mentoring. Well, at least the first hour. If you would like to be part of Monday Mentoring and get behind the scenes, then you can join us at sparkleclubhouse.com. It's only $27 a month. We do this 2 hours every single Monday or Sunday, depending on where you are in the world, 8 a.m. Melbourne time. Now, my team and I have been having a meeting and I'm almost thinking of changing it before the end of the year. But from next year, definitely, unless I decide to do it earlier, because I can, because I'm the boss, is we will be moving Monday Mentoring to Tuesdays in Australia and Mondays in America. Then it's Monday Mentoring, Tuesday Training. Right. And also it allows our Americans to have Sunday off. And Mondays is our paperwork day here inside of the Sparkle world. This is the day we have our team meeting. We do a 90-minute level 10 meeting every Monday where we plan out the week, the month. We look at our scorecard, our stats, our numbers, look at our targets, all the things. And we do a thing called IDS, which is identify, discuss, and solve any of our problems. So we do that every Monday, and then I'm paying bills, we're catching up on things, and it's been discussed for a while that we need to move Mondays to Tuesdays. And then I had this, Tuesday training, Monday mentoring. So know that if you have gotten used to this for the last few years on a Monday, it will be changing real soon because that way we can stay sort of on task for the day's activities as well. And plus, it'll be better for business owners in America because it's not a Sunday night. as well. And a lot of our clients have said that would be so much better. Anyway, we are at the top of the hour. Thank you, everybody who has joined us out there in the big wide world of live streaming. And I am about to go dark now with my other sales and marketing students, my DCA students, and also the Accelerator students and Sparkle Clubhouse people. That's it. All right. Have a fabulous day. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. And I will see you all same time next week, unless I change my mind. But keep an eye. Bye, guys.